What's up guys, Trev here, and today I am taking a look at the newest Matchbox Mattel Creations release. It is the 1987 Nissan Skyline GTS-R, which is the R31. Let me just adjust the tripod, it feels like it's at a very extreme angle. This is the first R31 from any Mattel brand, I believe. There's all this. 1987 was the 7th generation in the Skyline fleet and raced its way into the history books. You can search for typos here. Yeah, we've gotten the, feels like we've gotten most Skylines under Hot Wheels. We've gotten, I think, 2 from Matchbox. They did the Hakoska and they did the R35. Oddly enough, this box is not taped. The outer box is not taped. Usually it is. It is covered. It's, in tissue paper. So this is a new casting from Matchbox. It is a brand new casting, and it is the latest release on Mattel Creations, which I wanted to make a quick note. There's only been 4 this year, which includes this one. We had the Range Rover Classic, which is all right. You got the engine detail. It's in a National Parks deco. It's solid. The only thing I have an issue with is that the chrome on these rims, it cracks. So you can actually see how it's cracked there. Like I don't know what process they're using to put the chrome on the rims here, but it causes cracks. So yeah, that's kind of that's a thing. We then had this new casting, the Audi, the touring car with the metal base. This one was pretty cool, like the deco, like the execution. Then the last one we had was a plane, the North American P-51 Mustang, which it's cool. Very interesting, though, that they did a plane, and that's been it. And I have a feeling it's because these models don't sell out. I'm pretty sure this one is still available. Yeah, I think they're having a hard time selling out these models, and they've been sitting, so I guess they're just doing less of them. I don't know. Here it is. You have the usual standard large acrylic case. It's very big. There is casting history. This is in fact a first edition. You have the same text here on there as you have on here. There's the legalese. And we're gonna just take a look at it, open it up. Always, the packaging on these models is always very elaborate. Also well, the party trick on this model just revealed itself. Acrylic cases are very easy to open. All right, let me unscrew it. So the cool thing about this is that we have an R31 from Mattel. It's not a Hot Wheel, but it is a Matchbox, which is so cool. I'm just glad we have an R31 die cast, and I am going to take this off the base. Okay, so here it is. Now, okay, first things first, this has a metal base, and it's actually got quite a lot of chassis detail. Actually a lot of chassis detail, and it is metal, so that's cool. Another thing is it looks like it's 2 different pieces of metal, because you can see the bottom here is this metal flake blue color, and then you have a break there on the side, and then the top here is white, so it's actually got 2 different paint colors on it. So I don't know if this is the same part of the body or if it's actually 2 separate metal pieces. I don't know. It's very interesting the way they did this casting. And so yeah, it is metal on metal, so it is heavy. You have this sort of deco on it, number 23, Nissan. Definitely kind of a vintage racing livery for this model. You have these wheels on it, which are a newer 2-piece wheel from Matchbox. They do have a chrome lip. Actually, is that chrome or is that gray? Actually, it looks like it's silver in the light. I believe it is silver. Yeah, I believe that is actually silver. It is kind of reflective. It doesn't really appear it on camera, but I believe it is silver. You have the Nismo and the Yokohama deco. Lugo, you imagine that means Abe Lugo at Matchbox. You have the Matchbox there. The one drawback with these Mattel Creations releases is that they do get the dot matrix printing that we see on Hot Wheels Premium, so the graphics aren't as crisp. In fact, you can see right there in the indicator how it's... Yeah, the reflector there is quite grainy. Here's the front. Once again, look at the grain. That's just one thing I have to point out. It's one of the biggest issues with Matchbox premiums, Hot Wheels premiums, is the dot matrix tampos. You got the Yokohama there on the front, though. You have the hood, which is red. You have the hood pins there, 23. Nissan printed on the windshield. The top here is red, printed in red. You have the window trim there in black. Actually, is it painted red or is it's printed? You can see the line, printer line right there. There's the back with the taillights. 23 there on the back. And the hood does open. There is the hood. Actually, that's some pretty good engine detail. It is a dot matrix printing, but it's in the engine, so I don't think it's too bad. It's better than Hot Wheels engine, RLC engine detailing, which looks very blobby. That's nice. And yeah, the hood opens. It doesn't actually really stay. Well, there it goes. It closes really easily. Oh, there's a paint. I don't know if I just caused up. There's a paint chip on the front. I'll have to look back at the footage. I don't know if I just chipped it doing that or if it came chipped. Oh, look at the paint here is just chipping away on the bottom. You can see there. I don't know if I caused that by slamming it too hard or if it just, yeah, there looks like there might be some paint issues. I don't know if it's caused from it closing too hard or what, but I don't know. That might be a quality issue for the future. I will say that the hood just shut really nicely. The panel lines aren't that big. It's just, I don't know if we're going to see any more paint issues on the hood there. I don't know if it was like that when I opened it. I am not sure. It's got a nice stance to it. It actually kind of does have like a rake. Let me actually just take this out of the tripod just to check the rake out for the stance. Oh, there you go. There's the stance. So it kind of does have like a bit of a rake to it. You can kind of see the way it sits. Just go right. Oh, bump the tripod. Putting the phone back. Screwing it back in. All right. Okay. I do like this. This is a cool casting, and like I said, I'm very cool to see the R31 finally get a die-cast release from Mattel. Is a Matchbox. But I think if Matchbox wants to this Mattel Creations line to succeed, I think doing new castings in it helps. Because this is the first release of this new casting, there's more hype around it, especially when they do a car like the R31. And I overall like this. My one thing, though, is just, this is my issue. This has been my issue with Matchbox drops, is that these Mattel Creations drops, is that the what you get may not necessarily what you pay, or like what you pay is not like equivalent to the quality that you feel like you should be getting. Does that make sense? I don't know. Like I think these are now $27 plus shipping and tax. Is this model really worth $27 plus shipping and tax? Is it on par with like a carded RLC model? That's the questions you have to ask yourself when getting this. And I feel like that may be a reason why people haven't been buying these. It's just the price. Also, maybe not as interesting as a Hot Wheel. This is very nice. So actually, when I went to buy it, it was actually a checkout queue of 2 minutes. Probably the first time in a while people have been excited for one of these Matchbox drops. I personally like it. I actually think it's a nice release. But, you have to ask those questions on price. Is it worth it? And all that. But that aside, which is a big part of the purchasing process, I do like this. I like how we are getting metal on metal casting. So if we do see a future version of the R31, it's going to be in the collector's line because you get the metal, you have the metal chassis. But yeah, I really do like how they did the opening hood. That is actually a nice touch. That's the R31. I personally think that's nice. It's a nice Matchbox release. It's like the Audi. I actually like it quite a bit. It is a nice release. Just kind of, you have to ask the question, is it worth the $27 plus shipping and tax? And for a lot of people, it isn't. But yeah, that is the newest Matchbox Mattel Creations drop. That'll probably be the last one of the year unless there's something in December. So here's the fleet. Not a large fleet. But yeah, there you go. That's Matchbox Mattel Creations stuff for 2025.